We already got our first like. Let's come over here. News feed. Is it doing it again? Damn it. Is it doing it again? Damn it. Yeah, there's no way of correcting that. Alright, I'll be right back, guys. Good to be back. It's good to see you all here. Let's get started. The Pardews came through and picked some blueberries. I'm so happy about that. But now it's time for us to get going on our bit, and I cannot wait to get my fingers into that ground right there. The potential flower bed just in that area alone. We are about to water the blueberries. All right, there we go. Early bastard, that's right. And I know for a fact, we put the monetization on. So we gonna be making that last little like 0.09 cents that we need in order to get our next hundo. So we have got that set. Brawl Bros, how's it going? We have, how in the hell? Edgewiki? Are you living in the middle of nowhere? Hell no. We're way too close. Oh, Sam Nelson, no. We all know Sam lives in Portland. That or SoCal. Hey, Mimi. The bike? I don't know. That's our roomie's bike. I don't think he'd be very appreciative if we just showed it off. Jesus Christ, what the hell? Why did you get rid of him? Dude, he was joking. Al says worse stuff all the time. Lordy, my wife is in no mood. Alf, you better watch yourself. She'd be coming after you next. Jesus. All right. Oh, they left so many good ones. Like, look at this. Oh. Oh, yum. Hi, guys. That makes Alf more special. Oh my god. Oh yeah, honey, we need to get out here and pick some of these blueberries. I know they overlooked some of them. Is that a... Oh my god. Is that a fucking blueberry right there? Guys, I think I see a fucking freak of nature. Holy shit. The size of that blueberry. Oh my god, it's like the size of a crab apple. That's insane. Sorry, squirrel. That is not at all what happened today. I went to work and freaking Alf went and kidnapped a homeless person again, clearly, and robbed a Petco. In the middle of that, Alf, where'd you put the gerbil? Every day, bitch. That's so funny. I'm gonna get over there. Once that ripens, I'm gonna get over there and I'm gonna eat that damn blueberry. Alright, we are showing all messages. Some of these plants are massive. And I went and talked with, had a discussion about the sheer size of these blueberries. And this guy I work with, he's just like, yeah, when they get that tall, you got to be careful about the ground bees that tend to move in underneath them. And I was like, yeah, that's not fun. Those ground bees tend to flap your pant legs. 10 out of 10 would not do that again. What the fuck is Cologuard? I don't want to know. I don't want to know. I just need to not ask these questions when Alf is at all around. I think we all know why. Alf is definitely putting all of us on a list simply by being here. Probably at least on the number one most worrisome come-upper when it comes to odd posts online. Oh my god, Alf. I know you said every day, bitch, but come on, man. Ooh. No, that is hilarious. But no. I'm gonna get such the reputation from this motherfucker. Alf's one of those people that you don't trust choosing the... Oh, what is that? The tattoo for you, because you know it's gonna end up terrible. The very least, if he were to get me and like choose a tattoo for me, it would probably say everyday bitch. That'd be the least he would do. The most would probably be some sort of a stamp on my lower back. Fucking everyday bitch. Oh god. A property of Alf. Fucking, oh god, that would be the worst shit ever. No, you're never gonna be mod at this point. No way in hell. You're terrible. Yes, you keep things interesting, but it will forever prevent you from being a moderator. There is no way. There are hardly any words, but there's definitely no way. I've gone wild. No, for real though, that would probably make for an interesting show. Granted, they've already had a show called Alf, so, I mean, they can't do that again. Although with the antics that Alf does follow through with on here, they could just further that show and portray Alf as the original Alf character. It would fit almost perfectly. I could bring 14. Yeah, but most of them would be like either federal agents or, oh, what is that? Lawyers. Just have Alf write the material for the show, Alf. That's all that needs to happen. And then you just sit back and you watch the show either get canceled or take off like South Park and Family Guy. Like it's one or the other. It's either going to tank drastically and start protests, or people are just going to die of laughing their asses off. This bush right here is barely hanging on. I think it was the first bush to really start having a drought issue. And you can see what I mean, like most of it's died off. But since I started watering it by hand, the parts that are still alive have come bounding back. All right, here we go. Kink it. Bring it this way. So, Jason, what did you stumble upon? I didn't get a chance to look at it very well, but he sent me a clip to something or other. He was trying to make something of his own, and then he stumbled upon some lady's profile on TikTok, it looked like. I mean, look at this. There's a whole cluster of freaking just perfectly ripened blueberries right here. Oh, just down the hatch right there. Luke, you missed a bunch of them, buddy. Oh, God. I use CapCut, non-paid for, and I do pretty well on that. I also tried using edits by, oh, what is that? It's edits by Instagram, and it's alright. It's in its early phases, its early stages. I can kind of dink around with it, but I had to finish off the overall edit on CapCut because when I tried running the download onto my phone, it didn't take the music that I put with it. So I used CapCut to put music with my advert. Oh, God. We would definitely have a knock at our door. Definitely be a knock at our door. There would be Fed boys all over the place. Yes, I know. Alf is a weather nerd. He's very good at being a weather nerd. It fits him perfectly. The only time he's not a weather nerd is when he's on here, and still he's a weather nerd on here. He's just perverted as well. So, there is that. He's a perverted weather nerd. There might be a beehive back in here. I just saw two dark colored, what looked like wasps come out from right there. I'll have to keep an eye on it. Now I want to know what perverted weather is. Somebody get on to an AI creator and type in perverted weather. It's probably going to be raining dicks. Oh God, Alf, no. All right. Now, I believe our port of entry is right here. We very carefully and meticulously move betwixt the plants. Alright. There's a little bit of dry patch in here, but we got most of it already. Alright. Yeah, this ground is still good and wet. I wonder how much of it is from yesterday. We did get close to 80 degrees today. So the question is the wet soil back here simply from today's watering or not? That will be answered soon enough because we actually got a hydrometer coming in. It's what you stick into the ground to assess how much moisture is in the soil. And we are going to be coming in and doing some checks. All right. Of course, we go through. Don't break the branches. Oh, God. Is that going to hold it? There we go. I really should be watering that front lawn. Oh my God. Sometimes I worry about some of the shit that comes out of Alf's mouth. All right. Okay. Oop. Fuck you. Thing almost got me twice. Okay. What did he say? All right. What is this? Yes, yes. Hello. Hello, puppies. Hello, puppies. Oh, yeah. But you, what do you think you're doing? Get your ass off of there. Yeah. All right, let's go. Come on. Move it. You're so pathetic. Oh, shit. You fucking side bumped me. Eat your food, wolf. This is my nerd setup right here. Looks like some BDSM bullshit. Jesus Christ. Shut the fuck up. Alright. Yeah. Critter, it is actually time for you to eat. Move. If you try to get between me and what I'm doing again, not going to be good. Yeah, no, I'm worried he's going to go after my back door. That's the real concern right here. All right. Alligator lizards need to eat every 3 days. No. Oliver, can you not do that? You saw me picking up that shit all day today. For an hour today. Today. Sometime today. Yeah. Hundreds of dollars have gone into your fucking toys. Hundreds. You're fine! Disembowelment. What is your problem?
Gotcha. Not you either.
Oh God! Everybody out. Especially. It's not too big, is it, child?
Not just getting fun on this page.
No. No! Stop harassing me! Oh, she sees it. It's a smaller one for you. Stop it. Look at him go. Tends to crush it up a little bit. Their bite force is pretty impressive for their size. Softens up the innards. Breaks the carapace a bit. Alright, you ready for one last one? I think she's getting ready to shed. I can see the scales raised a little bit off the back. See if I can show that effect right here. You see that? How they're duller up on the ridge right there? I think she's getting ready to shed. We'll start increasing the humidity a little bit for this critter. Good. You want more? You know that ain't healthy, right? 4 is fine. Little stinker. All right. Now, we've taken care of that critter. Let's go and take a little peeky peek inside the Belfori cage. And there's mold in the cricket keeper. She is giving me the pissy eye. She's just like, more? But she ate like a champ, even that big one. I thought she might start having a problem there. Are you serious? What? Fucking cat. Okay. So we Woo, thank you for the likes. We're gonna bring this up. Bring the greenery back into their cage. Dude. Okay. She's got herself a little bit of a pad right there that she's made for herself. Honey, did you fill up this water container? Thank you. What? There we go. This is the female Monocentropas balfouri that you saw giving me such trouble yesterday. The male is also in this cage, but he took to the tunnel, the little area that I made for them. God, we are losing crickets like freaking left and right here. That was unintentional. All right. Now we have the start to a den over here. Like I said, the male is already down in there. The female, I don't know if she's ever been in an area where she's had plenty of dirt to play with. They have water. Calm down. Yeah, she still needs some time to recuperate. Tarantulas get a little bit on the sketched side when you decide to move out of their original domiciles. Of course, that is their original domicile. They just don't understand it's completely different than it was before. Wolf! Get out of here! If I had $1 for every time I tripped over dogs in this room, I'd be a fucking millionaire by now. I swear to God. Oh. Go. All right. Can you be a millionaire? Huh. If you guys help me become famous, that is a possibility. Not gonna lie, I don't know if the world's ready for a millionaire critter keeper. But you know, what would it hurt, huh? Okay. Next, we have the Theraphosa apophysis, which is a cousin to the Goliath bird-eating tarantula, or the Theraphosa sturmey. There's also the Theraphosa burgundy. These three species of tarantula make up the three heaviest-bodied tarantula and largest leg-span tarantula known to man. Believe it or not, the Lasiodora parahabana is not in the top three. I don't care who the fuck you are. Fight me. Theraphosa apophysis, Theraphosa sturmey, Theraphosa burgundy. Boom. Whoever tried to put the Lasiodora parahabana in the top three, really? Yeah, no. Not that kind of famous. That's like OnlyFans famous. That doesn't count. Ooh. Is it just me? Or does this apophysis look rather grumpy today? She's kind of tired of my shit. Really? Hi, friend. That doesn't count. That's like I said, that's like OnlyFans famous. It does not count. Does not count. Some of the shit that I've been hearing online is so... I'm the king of reviving vintage goods. Hey, look at me. Look at me. I'm not considered vintage yet, motherfucker. I'm sure his pops again. God damn it! Sorry. Doesn't count! Fuck! Doesn't count! Alright, with the Theraphosa popsis, you want to make sure that their environment is good and moist, especially when your tarantula is starting to look as plump as ours is. That is a sign that it is getting ready, or at least closer to, a molt. And when tarantulas molt, they need to have the correct amount of humidity in their cage, or they can get stuck in their molt. All right. So how's it going, guys? Let's see, what time is it? Ooh, it's not too bad. Today we're not doing the workouts. We might start the push-ups on Thursday. They're having me stand over by traffic on freaking Thursday, which I absolutely loathe. I like walking at work. It soothes me.
I also don't like the person you're watching.
Who knows if he's one of the people on here. But in any case, I'm high, but what are you taking? I restored something for my dad. You're still young in life. You sure about that? What? No. You know better than to hop up. This puppy dog right here, Duchess, loves to hop up and then rake her claws down the front of you. It's her favorite pastime. And it hurts like a motherfucker. This right here is probably the sketchiest pet that we have. This is a Vietnamese centipede. And he doesn't look too threatening now, but he is the most venomous animal in my collection. He's also literally the most docile and rarely seen. That's why, at least when it comes to pnwarachnids.com, that is one of the cheaper pets that you can get. It's because you don't see it when you keep it correctly. When you don't keep it correctly, you see it all the time. These guys are opportunistic ambush predators, though I have seen him catch something on the flyby. So they will actively hunt. Case in point, check this out. He came out earlier. How do I know? Doop. There's his false antenna right there. Yup. His face is right there. His false antenna's right there. I think he's been out picking off crickets. Could you actually finish a whole cricket for once in your life? Like, where's that fucker? There it is. Seriously, dude? It's like this guy right here. He just ate the face off of it. Could you eat your whole prey item, please? Like that guy right there. Get him. Get him. Get him. Hodgkins, Illinois needs more postal workers. You in Illinois now? It's like smack dab in the middle of the country. I don't think I could live that far away from a body of water, to be honest. I need an ocean close by, but not close enough that when a tsunami goes off, I personally get hit by it, okay? Like, we're an hour away, maybe hour and a half away from the coast here. All right, there we go. See, because the soil in this centipede's cage is already pretty moist from the top down, we got to make sure that we don't hit it with too much water, because then it goes from being, you know, tropical to boggy. You don't want boggy. You just, no. We're not keeping froggies here. No. Says that it's 75 in here, but I swear to God it feels colder. You got rickrolled by 106.7 the Eagle. So did they prank call you to do that? Because that makes me curious about how that works. Oh, this girl has been out and about recently. This is our lovely green bottle blue. She is semi-tropical, mostly arid. We're not going to try to get too close because last time I fucking pissed her off. There she is. This critter needs to have her cage misted every other day. Motherfuckers never turned on the stereo since Obama 08. I don't call radio stations. Done it a couple of times. Look at that. She has it so well webbed up too. We will go and give her some food. Probably this upcoming Thursday. She will take dubia roaches, but I think I may have accidentally overfed her. That was funny. Kids. Oliver? Stop playing. No. You are so gross. Get the fuck off of me. Oh, come on. They knocked down the old ventilation tube for the dryer that was just sitting up there, and now there's a massive mess on the ground. Alright. Now, let's take care of Little B. Little B is one of the most... You are not going after that dirt. That dirt is not for you. Do I need to fight you? They decided that was a lie. That dirt needs to get dried out so we can put more of it in with the Balfour.
I sealed it, like I clipped one of the sides down or two while it was going.
We need to, what did you call it? We need to make some catnip. Catnip tea. We need to get them dosed out of their minds tonight, because I don't want to deal with that again. So this as I stated before, is a dog on the ground. What sounds good for tonight? Like, what are you talking about? Food-wise, or like music-wise, or movie-wise? Because I'm finishing up the Wolverine Deadpool movie, and I still think they did us dirty the way that they handled that. They had a chance to dive deep into the heart of Marvel, like age-old Marvel franchise. And rather than doing that, dinner, we had steaks. We had steaks with deep fried tater tots. Okay. So Last Theodora parabana is another heavier bodied New World tropical terrestrial tarantula, which means it's from the Americas. It tends to like humidity, and it likes living in or on the ground. Now, could these tarantulas be found walking elsewhere? Of course they could. Are they usually? No. They usually have setups that look something akin to this, except much deeper terrain. And I got to work on her cage, getting her new cage up and running, which is going to be one of these. These are larger in comparison than, I think, a 10-gallon, right? Or do we need an even bigger one for her? I was thinking about using one of these new cages for hers after she molts, because she's going to need a bigger one. We're not going to put extra light on her because that'll freak her out. Look at that. Now her domicile is looking a little bit on the dry side. What we're going to do, come over here, acknowledge what looks like a little bit of mold. Yep, a little bit of mold. Now that we've got that taken care of, we are going to go and take this, put it right about there, I think. Duchess, get the heck out of here. Go on. Duchess, go on. You cannot be in the middle of the fucking walkway. You're making me crazy. Don't you do it. Alright, take this mister. Now, rather than spraying her directly, we spray the glass around her general area. The water will run down and disperse into the dirt underneath her, boosting the humidity but not getting her wet via the droplets of water. Droplets of water will freak out a tarantula, and for good reason. They are covered in hairs that sense movement. They also have urticating hairs on their abdomen, which again sense movement, but they are also used as a defense mechanism. All right. Let's see, do we have time? Oh, I think we definitely have time. It's time to seek out my poetry journal. And we are going to dive into one of the creatures that was brought up to me that I thought was fake, but apparently is real. So, let's go put her up. Get away from that. my characters are fucking ridiculously powerful. This is on Jedi Knight with a perk in there. It fucking makes all my characters, the enemies, all just overly stacked. Oh. Alright, yes, this is it right here. Give me a second, guys. I will be right back. Of course, it's going to do this. Alright. Stupid. Alright. So, quick read through this. Be created by a deity who's fated mankind to an animate state of the affiliate or evolution. This is not a bit of a surprise. Alright, here we go. Dog looks, hold the phone, because we are doing poems on this right here. This is a wasp-manted fly. I have it for you. Whether created by a deity who's fated mankind to an end that's stated to be affiliated with Earth being decimated, or evolution's contribution to the institution of confusion, this is a surefire way to cause dismay, and those who say bugs displayed make them afraid. This is not a bid for a hybrid, scientists hid, because what they did created a wasp-like mantid. You'd be surprised to find these guys are related to lacewing flies, yet their hunting technique implies mantids gave rise to these insects that terrorize prey we often despise. These creatures nest across the U.S., choosing to infest nests of invertebrates they quest to ingest as larvae blessed by adults I confess mess with my ability to guess. A species, these have varying degrees of appearances one sees that tease. Some adaptations came from creation to cause consternation during the evaluation of what one would deem an amalgamation. It would cause lamentation or perhaps hesitation in one seeking. This right here is a species related to the lacewing fly. But as you can see, it looks surprisingly similar to both a wasp and a praying mantis. What?
Every once in a while the sweatshirt shows up.
Huh? Is that a problem? These creatures are insectivores similar to that of praying mantis. However, their reproduction cycle is entirely different, as they tend to lay offspring in the egg casings or egg sacs of invertebrates that they want to use to raise their young, kind of like parasitic wasps. These guys will seek out a victim, will lay their eggs, the eggs will hatch, the larvae will infect the victim, and they will proceed to grow up, mature, and become These little freaks of nature right here. So, when it comes to finding these guys, they are actually one of those insects that you can find pretty much across the United States if you know what to look for, because they tend to be smaller, which is nuts, because that right there looks like it should be haunting all of our nightmares at a size that is comparable to that of a tarantula. I'm just saying, it looks like it should be terrorizing people. All right. Any questions? No? Okay. All right. Whether we do the intro and the outro are the same. Whether created by a deity who's fated mankind to an end that's stated to be affiliated with the earth being decimated, or evolution's contribution to the institution of confusion, this is a surefire way to cause dismay in those who say bugs displayed make them afraid. This is not a bid for a hybrid scientists hid because what they did created a wasp-like mantid. You'd be surprised to find these guys are related to lacewing flies, yet their hunting technique implies mantids gave rise to these insects that terrorize prey we often despise. These creatures nest across the U.S., choosing to infest nests of invertebrates they quest to ingest as larvae blessed by adults I confess mess with my ability to guess a species. I mean, geez, these have varying degrees of appearances one sees that tease. Some adaptations came from creation to cause consternation during the evaluation of what one would deem an amalgamation. It would cause lamentation in perhaps hesitation in one seeking professional clarification. Fret not, for genetics testing was sought and brought answers we've now got to ease those distraught. Yeah. All right. Here we go. Intro, outro. Hopefully we'll get back to doing that on the regular. Now, somebody wanted to see the doggos. Doggos. Oliver. Yeah. And there's the kitties. Yes, he has. All right. Now, we got 10 likes, by the way. Awesome. If you want,
Put this in Wolf's bowl. Sure that you it's getting a good understanding.
Come on. There you go. Get it. Okay. Duchess, get out of here. Oliver, get out of here. All of you, get out of here. All right, go. Go on. Go on. Let's go. Get Scray. Nope. All right. Let's go take a look at our scorpion. Oh, gosh. You can probably turn the AC off. Just saying. It's pretty cold.
You can always just say please.
Please.
Okay. Geez.
Motherfucker. Okay. So, thank you for the likes, by the way, guys. For those who are new, welcome to the live. I am the person who created Columbia County Uncensored, which is a group that I almost constantly share every single night. to this particular setup here. As an admin, the literal creator of that group, if you have any concerns, topics you want to address with the group, you can right here. Also, if you guys could start posting stuff, that'd be great. This right here is an Asian forest scorpion. She has been slamming down food every week. I was told that they would be eating every other week, but I guess she is an exception to that rule. These creatures are very nocturnal, which means we are kind of sort of interrupting her sleep cycle. But not quite, because the sun is setting. Now, let's go and doop. You might not be able to see it too well, but this right here is biofluorescence. It is a chemical reaction that occurs between the exoskeleton and a chemical within the exoskeleton and the black light. It is one of the easiest ways for somebody to find a scorpion out in the wild. That being said, when I went down to California and I started looking for scorpions, didn't find any. Found a bunch of stuff that they had laying around my sister's property that was very fluorescent in that light. A lot of toys that were laying around. A lot of items that had fluorescent paint on them. What?
Oh, just the area that they put me in. There was a ATC there.
Oh, that's fun. There we go. Now, can I get you to back up? I know you're not going to want me to put this on top of you. Okay. Maybe push forward then? Gently. And you're good. Okay, so that actually worked out fairly well. Our crazy critter who refused to go down onto the soil last night. Oh, shoot. Damn it. She is down on what would be the, I wouldn't say forest floor because it needs to be dry, but the desert floor, the arid floor. Male's right there, female's right there on a mat that she concocted. Got to give them time. Generally speaking, when you are using cocoa fiber, no matter how much you dry that shit out, it will not be enough. And it needs to dry out a little bit further with the tarantulas in there. Their webbing tends to help make things a little bit more arid. At least that's been my experience. So let's get this up here. Honey, we are making really good time.
I want you to be very understanding of the fact that you have garbage sticking out of your mouth.
Who are you talking to?
Duchess.
Duchess!
Well, I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything. Oh, goodness.
Come here.
Oh, God.
No. Nope. Nope. I don't need any part of that. You are...
Yep.
No, don't touch me with your mouth, you disgusting dog.
I think that was that
I don't think so. Duchess, get out of my way. All right. So this is our Brazilian white knee tarantula.
she does an awesome job hiding that garbage.
Hiding what?
The garbage.
Oh. This is another supposedly tropical terrestrial tarantula. However, it has a knack for enjoying a little bit of the fire away with what? I've already posted my poem for today. It was about the wasp-manted fly. Crazy critter that Alf alerted me to. I have one about my Lasiodora parahabana and the Brazilian blue violet as well. So those will be the next two, I think, that we will do poems about. All right. Liver and onions. Look at that. Ooh, you can see some purple in that abdomen hair, the urticating hair. Look at that. So as you can see, she likes to have her cage dry out just a little bit by the evening's end. Then we go through, we mist it again, put that humidity back into the ground, but not enough to really cause her any sort of discomfort. She is definitely a strange one. Not gonna lie. There we go. That's it right there. I think she's eaten a cricket or two, which is good. However, I think she's plateaued when it comes to her feeding, which means she's probably an adult female. It's fine. If she's a little bit on the small side, it's okay. She's not one of the species specifically that we were looking to reproduce anyway. Right, honey? Oh, Charlotte wasn't one of the ones we thought about finding a male anyway. So we're just going to take care of her for the next, 10 to 15 years. She'll eat a little bit. You're not getting... Do you need to go use the restroom? Huh? Because you're not getting to that dirt. Gosh darn kitty cat. These guys are primarily insectivores that can be found down in places like Brazil. They are terrestrial, which means they like to play with dirt, especially in their younger years. However, like many of the larger bodied tarantulas, as they age out, they tend to get a little bit more prone to living above ground, especially in captivity. Out in the wild, these critters are food for basically everything, especially when they're younger. They're even food for each other. Cannibalism is quite high, especially in the young years, especially in the egg sac. Most tarantula species will kill each other. When it comes down to reproduction, the males go and meet up with the females. They tickle her fancy. She turns around and turns the males into a meal. It's horrendous. It's horrific, but that's how it goes. That's why people will go make sure that their female tarantulas are fat and happy before they breed them with males on the off chance that they can keep the females. By the way, ooh, thank you for the like. I do appreciate it. On the off chance that they can convince the females to not try to chase and eat the males. It's wham. No, it's one done. You're a meal, son. That's how that goes. Nelson, how's it going? Oh, this is giving off some serious fucking molt vibes right here. You see how webbed off he's got the entrance? My word. That is impressive. This is a Harpyctera pulchrites. It is another arid terrestrial tarantula. Heavy webbing species. Not similar species, but similar traits to the Balfouri, which tend to be heavy webbing, especially when they don't have enough dirt. Ours now have enough dirt. It's just that she is being a big old pain in my ass and does not want to do as she's told. Looking at you, Galorum. Freaking tarantula. Spent all last night and half of today testing the top of the cage to see if she could escape. This right here Never underestimate my insanity. He's doing the same thing over and over again, and he's expecting a different result. How's it going, Nelson? All right. We might actually get through this live around 9 o'clock. Maybe 9:30. That would be so cool. All right, that's looking good. Everything is good. Our buddy Luke and his extended family came over and picked some of the blueberries out in the blueberry patch. There's still so much out there, and there's a blueberry out there. I shit you not, it is the size of a crab apple.
I couldn't see it.
It was like this big around. I thought there was an apple tree out there at first. I was just like, that's a blueberry? That was crazy. Now this critter has gone through all of his urticating hairs, and since he is an adult male that has officially hooked out, he is not going to be able to regrow those urticating hairs in his next molt because he's not going to have one. These little guys are very much insectivores. Generally speaking, throughout their entire lives, they don't get quite large enough to go out and seek any sort of vertebrate creature. What they will go after, crickets, probably earthworms, cockroaches, maybe some large ants if they find them out in the wild. Work today, by the way, guys, was pretty good. Not going to lie. Got 12 miles in. Didn't feel like I needed to get more. I got the advertisement for my wife done. I'm going to go and post that up on YouTube for you guys to go and view. Kids! Do I need to come over there and separate you two? No, they're just play fighting. Oh, my goodness. Tarantula, you shouldn't fart like that. Get out of here. Okay. This is the last arachnid in our collection for tonight. It is another Lasiosianosazimai. Once known as the Pteranopelma sazimai, these guys have a history of being stunning, especially the females that turn out to be a bright blue. The males may not be as interesting to view, but they are still lovely in their own way. This is our good boy who does not often try to escape. He has put a light webbing down across the entirety of his cage, giving him the ability to hunt to perfection. Tarantulas lay down webbing across the surface of their cage to let them know when there is a prey item nearby. There we go. That should do that. He does have a little bit of balding, but that's going to happen. You crazy cats. We really are going to have to find a way to secure these. What we need to do is go and buy that metal shelving unit and find a place for it. Once we have the metal shelving unit up, we can get some bungee cords and bungee cord some railings in. Anybody else hear that? That faint. No. You don't need up here. Jesus Christ, could you not knock things over?
What happened?
He was up on that little storage container you bought for the cat food that turned out to be.
I didn't buy it.
Your mama did.
Yeah.
Your fault because it's your mama.
What?
Said it's your fault because it's your mama. So we're gonna come over here. Now their cage is already moist enough. They have plenty of food to eat off of. Is that a dead cricket? Son of a bitch. We have the worst time keeping crickets alive intentionally. Ugh. It might be because the humidity is too high. But by golly, they're crickets. They're not supposed to be this easy to kill. I feel like I could just breathe wrong in their direction and they'll just fucking keel over. These guys are the fun ones. So we have 2 molted dubia roaches here. This one has some wings that it has yet to unfold. That is a male. And this one is a female. It has no wings, but it is fully evolved. This right here is their old molt. They'll split right there, and they'll slip right on out. Now the juveniles are gray. And they're the ones that I primarily try to feed to my critters. Males tend to have the narrower winged bodies, and the females have, let's see if I can get that on camera, the patterns right there. Yep, that is a female. Dubias are rich, absolutely rich with nutrition. They are probably the best form of food for your critters. So if you are looking to raise some food for your animals, these guys are good for feeding it to both lizards and arachnids, so long as your arachnids will eat them. We have had mixed success. Where did I put that lid? Oh my god, I'm tired. Now, there we go. Hopefully tomorrow I will have a little bit more time out in the garden. We have stuff here. There's a tool, a sock. Or that technically can stay. Let's go to paperwork. Now the reason why I'm showing you guys this one's cage is because I want to boost the humidity . Oh yeah, that was spider food. And this little guy, damn it, is getting ready to shed. I reckon. Oh, the alligator lizard She is getting so gray along her backside, which means we've got to boost the humidity in her cage. Not too much because she is an arid climate species, but enough to give her a little bit of a push. That should do it. We're not trying to saturate the ground. We are trying to give it a chance to cast off its old skin in probably the easiest way possible. There we go. All right.
In the bedroom. Somewhere. Oh, cat food.
Cat food, yes.
On top of the dresser in the bedroom. I thought you said catnip.
No. No.
So, do we have the ability to steep the catnip in hot water now?
Will it be cool enough for them to drink?
Well, I was kind of hoping we'd get going on that before.
Ollie.
I want them to be knocked out tonight. For obvious reasons. I can't go through another night like last night. 2 nights of that in a row, I'm going to call out.
Can you go grab it then real quick?
All right, I'll be right back. We're getting the stuff together to drug our cats. Yeah. All right. I got it, honey. Is the neighbor outside talking, or is that Micah's game?
It could be Michael's game, that's all I heard. I think.
All right. Oh, Jesus. Move! Whoa!
advance warning advising civilians to get out of the way. In Israel itself, at least 24 people have been killed and nearly 600 injured since the fighting started last week. Sanitary Diamond is in Tel Aviv, where Shaken residents are taking cover during explosions and emerging. Check the game.
This is what surviving an Iranian ballistic missile attack looks like. Amid wrecked cars and scattered debris, this central Tel Aviv neighborhood engulfs in flames as rescuers arrive on scene. For the third night in a row, ballistic missiles struck the Tel Aviv area. We arrived minutes later as people emerged shaken but alive from their bomb shelter. This man arrived distraught to inspect the damage to his shop. We came here and everything was destroyed, he tells me. After an hour-long wait, the boyfriend's anxious wait turns into a loving embrace. Even inside their shelters, people here felt the power of the blast. Overwhelmed by the smoke-filled air as they emerged. The shockwave broke windows and damaged homes blocks away from the impact. The epicenter of the rescue crews continue to pour in and out of the sea.
This is the devastation caused by an Iranian ballistic.
Hey, Brentamania. Happy birthday. There is one relatively close. What we're doing right now is gathering some of these up to be cold because the population's. It's over here. It's right here.
We're on a widely Israeli bombardment campaign driving to flee the capital city as jets strike not only military and nuclear facilities, but also economic targets and residential neighborhoods. More than 200
That's
people
fucked.
have been killed in Israeli strikes, according to the Iranian Health Ministry, which says a majority of the victims are civilians. This woman whose home was damaged in the strike. My heart was pounding. I felt like my heart stopped.
Diplomatic off-ramp inside this deadly tit-for-tat between Israel and Iran seems likely to continue. The Israeli Prime Minister tonight saying that he believes Israel has already significantly set back Iran's nuclear program, saying that Israel is, quote, sending them back a very, very long time. He refused to elaborate, but he also made clear that Israel still has many more targets to strike in Iran.
Okay. The Kinderland bag? The Kirkland bag. I thought you said Kinderland. I was like, where the fuck did you get Kinder? Yeah, we go once every 2 weeks to a month. Move. Kids, move.
The cost benefit clearly decided by Israeli leaders to take the initiative in starting these strikes. Are you surprised in any way by the scale or lack thereof in the Iranian response up to this point?
How is it gonna work like that?
And it's the decision is a correct decision because
Move.
taking action now, that's painful. 30 Israelis were killed,
Taking out the heat
but
and
we're taking short-term pain in order to prevent long-term destruction.
Well, my day was all right. Can't really complain. It was a pretty decent day at work. We did our poem of the day. I can do it again, but I can do that while she's working on the other stuff. Let me get these guys put away.
Short-term pain, how long does that last? As long as the pain is
Move.
We understand that this is not something we have to go through in order to remove this existential threat.
Move.
No issue with Iran. Stop wanting to destroy Israel. You know, its leader says they're going to destroy Israel. They develop nuclear arms. They develop
Move.
ballistic missiles. They
Wolf,
stop all
wolf.
of this.
Wolf, there's a snake stepping forward.
But unless they do that, we have to act, and this is more than the last moment. Beyond the last moment. I mean, at this time, it's becoming fairly difficult.
I give them a little bit of a bump to move them on.
Program because they've already spread it across multiple locations.
Oh, okay. We got updates on this critter right here. She finally got off the lid. This is our Balfouri. This is the male. His back leg's still fucked. I thought he would have been biting that off by now, but he hasn't. We've given them back their water. The camera's right there. She is on a mat that she created, and hopefully that'll proceed to be pushed forth. This tunnel, this hole right here, was literally created, crafted to give her a head start on making a den. But she still has yet to go and take advantage of it. I fear that Duchess is once again by my feet. Duchess!
Wait a minute, what's on her? Why is her bum dirty? By the tail? Like on the base of her tail? Or am I seeing a shadow?
It's a shadow.
Okay, how about
Heard of the crab spider? Yes, I have. They are one of many species that we have up here in Oregon. Their bites are fairly painful, if I'm not mistaken. Up here, we have crab spider species that like to hide in flowers to wait for potential prey items like bees to come along so that they can nab them. Some of our crab spiders are quite large and pink, so that's pretty cool. Yeah. In any case, I know you just got here, but we are wrapping it up for the night. I'm going to go to bed early for reasons. You guys have a good night. Stay safe. Have a happy birthday, Brent. And I better not see you on the news unless it's good news.